going on YouTube? Kyle Later, aka Smooth Flipper, and this video is going to be a little bit different. Um, I'm going to go over some tips and tricks you guys can do to balance your life, balance business. Balance, in my opinion, is crucial when it comes to owning your own business because things can get stressful sometimes. Things can happen to where you're going to have second thoughts about the business. Um, and something kind of happened yesterday that kind of gave me this idea because uh, I wasn't thinking about ending the business, but I was second guessing it due to the fact that I was meeting up with some people. Was supposed to meet up with some people early in the morning. I got up early. That night before I went, I was basically running on like 3 hours of sleep, pretty much, and I got up because they had to meet before they got to work. So I got up, drove about 10 minutes to a Starbucks, um, and I got there. The first guy, he showed up with a phone, an iPhone X. He said it was brand new, never used. Come to find out that the label on the back that shows the IMEI was off. He took it off. So in my head, I was thinking this phone's probably stolen because who does that? Who takes off the label with the barcode on it? So drove that way in the morning. Didn't end up picking up that phone because I just didn't buy it. It came up clean, but I didn't buy it because I've been in this business long enough to know um, when it could be stolen or when it's a possibility that it's stolen. So that happened. He left. I ended up having to drive about 10 more minutes down the road to meet someone else and waited there for about 20 minutes. Did not get a reply back from them after telling them I was there. Um, went to the guy's profile. He ended up blocking me. So, you know, those two events happened. Things happened before that. The night before, I was stressed out about some things and just had a thought like, why is this happening? Or why am I doing this? Um, and at the end of the day, I'm not saying this or I'm not having this video to like complain to you guys about it. But at the end of the day, we're all human. I'm not the only one who thinks this. When you kind of second guess things that you're doing, it happens. I sometimes I have to second guess myself as far as why am I doing this? Why do I need to do this? Because getting stood up sucks. When somebody purposely does it, that sucks as well. So this person purposely tried to meet up with me. And, once I told him I was here, I waited. Um, and he ended up blocking me once he realized that I was there. So that happened. And as far as, the whole balance thing, again, we're all humans. Um, you know, my mind is racing 24/7. I know everybody else who's doing this, who's at work, who's at school. You're not thinking of just one thing at one time. I'm having a bunch of different thoughts in my head, and different things I need to do, different things I think about doing, and it can be stressful. It can kind of tire you out. I get tired just by sitting here thinking of different things because so many different ideas are coming in my head. I have to realize that I do that. I have to do that. And then when I have a plan to do this, something else pops up. I have to get up, leave to meet somebody. A lot of things are going on with this business. So just want to let you guys know that, although you guys are seeing like, it works, this is a business that works, it can be stressful at times. It's all about how you balance it uh, to benefit you. So something else I do want to go over when it comes to balance and business and everything is to just focus on one thing at a time. I know I told you guys months before this, that I was doing Shopify and Amazon and all that stuff. I did do that, ended up stopping because it just got too hectic. Um, Now, this is something that I was doing, when it comes to Shopify and Amazon. I was fulfilling my own orders. Um, And so if I would get, 7 orders a day on Amazon and then 5 on Shopify, then I would have to literally go in and put everything in myself, and ship the item myself. So that got kind of hectic. I ended up stopping Shopify first, and then ended up stopping Amazon because again I'm doing phones. Again, I do have students who I have to attend to, and it just got to the point where I was up at 4 in the morning trying to fulfill orders, and it just was stressing me out way too much. So ended up stopping those two. To just realize that you gotta focus on just one thing at a time. This phone flipping, the phone business in general for me is definitely not where I want it to be. As far as yeah, I'm doing well at it. It's good money. It's just my full-time job, but at the same time, there's so much more you can do with this business to make money, to make a lot of money. So I'm trying to get to that level before I want to venture off and do uh, other things. So make sure you guys focus on that one, whatever it is. I don't, it could be phone flipping, it could be Amazon, it could be um, real estate, whatever you want. Just focus on that. Get good at that. Get to a point where it's kind of automated in a sense where you don't have to do much work anymore. So that's where I want to be, where I'm not doing much work. I'm buying bulk units to sell to repair shops is the main goal. But knowing how to focus on one particular business venture is important, especially when you're starting off and stuff like that. So you're just not overwhelmed with a bunch of different things. Next, I want to go over just knowing when to take a break. So this can be hectic. This business can be hectic. You're gonna be getting flooded with messages, replying back to people, meeting up. It's all like a cycle. It all kind of gets repetitive at sometimes. Um, and just knowing when to take a break is important. Knowing when to just say, okay, I'm done for the weekend. Uh, I'm gonna just delete all my ads or whatever the case may be. I'm not gonna, even focus on this right now. I want to take a break, maybe a day or two. Sometimes, I've taken 4 or 5 days off, just for the simple fact to kind of clear my mind and to just start fresh again. So when I am in doing this and all that, I'm working hard. Like I said, I'm up to 3 4 in the morning trying to figure things out. Trying to do different marketing techniques, all these things that's going on with what I'm doing. Sometimes I just know, like, this is I'm not even thinking straight here. I need to take a break. So when it gets to that point where you're just not thinking right, you're starting to feel like you're becoming frustrated with everything that goes on, whether it's positive or negative. People who come into your life to just talk whatever, you find yourself kind of frustrated just about anything random. So just knowing when to take a break is in my opinion very important when it comes to balance and stuff like that. But you know, when you are working, you got to work. You have to grind. You can't take breaks when you've only bought one phone. You have to be able to take those breaks so it's not really affecting you. You know what I'm saying. So when you're taking that break, it's not like, oh man, I only had $200 when I took a break. I spent it on other things. Now I have $80. You want to be able to take that break and be good. You want to be able to say, I can take a break for a week and I'll be totally fine. When I get back, I'm gonna continue to hit it hard. Um, so just knowing when to do that is very important. And also last is just having a personal life. Don't tie business with your personal life. It's just not good at all. If you have girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, family, friends, do things with them um, that has nothing to do with business. If whatever you are, real estate agent or whatever, if you're doing Amazon, just go. and hang out with whoever you want to hang out with, friends, family, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case may be. Uh, just do that. That's going to help out a lot. It's going to take a lot of stress off of you. You're not going to be thinking about your business much. And I do that. I do that from time to time as well, where I'll just go and say, I'm gonna go fishing today. I'm not even gonna buy a phone today. I'm gonna go fishing today. I'm gonna, go with family, just to kind of get my mind away from that. Because when you're constantly thinking about this stuff, you're constantly thinking about becoming more successful. It's a good mindset to have. If you have that mindset and that drive to want to do it, then that's a good mindset to have. But sometimes you can burn yourself out by um, constantly thinking about that, by being hard on yourself when things aren't going your way and all that. So if you guys can do all of that, whether like I told you guys the story in the beginning, whether you have those kind of days where you're kind of doubting yourself or you're doubting why you're doing this, at the end of the day, we all are human. We all have those thoughts. I'm sure, those who are watching, you guys probably have those thoughts as well when you're kind of second guessing what you're doing and why you're doing it. So, guys, keep that in mind. Balance is very important in business. If you're not balanced, you're gonna find yourself stressed out. You're gonna find yourself going crazy over the little things because you're so consumed with business and with getting stuff done, and you're just not you're not focused on business at this time and then personal life at this time. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I added some value to you guys, and hopefully you guys can incorporate what I said in the video to your actual business and your actual lives. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.